And we are back, finally.
Twinkies! Sorry, guys. I had to make a run food.
Yep, she needed food, and I was getting hangry, so Teddy, brave soul, went to Cordoba and brought back food.
Dude, they're expensive.
Apparently, and again...
But I got Nani what she wanted, because she made me 3 kinds of rice last week, so it was my turn to feed her.
What the fuck did this do? Well, it was in transit. Messy!
Probably soaked up. Probably soaked into the bowl.
No, it's spilling over the edge.
Oh, I'm sorry. She wanted gumbo, so I went and got her Mexican gumbo.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
I took the kids' meal of nachos. 1, because it cost me less money and I still got Nani partially what she wanted. And 2, because I realized I don't really eat that much anymore. Like, I eat, like, more throughout the day than I do in one sitting, you know what I mean?
This is messy.
Mm-hmm.
This needs a happy home. Alright, so...
The notebook messy, we can always fix it. So...
First religion, and then we're going to take some musical break, and then witchcraft.
Yep. So, we already know that Nani is a polytheist.
Yes.
Pagan polytheist.
Yes.
I am what we would call agnostic at this point, wherein I do believe that there is something, I suppose you could say. But I'm not real sure what that something or who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I take more of a druid type of look at it. That's what somebody told me once.
Careful using the word druid. That's a total religion.
It's a what?
It's a religion.
Uh-huh. I know what it is.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure they had gods, though.
That's not what the lady told me.
Where's the lady? Where'd she study? Is she Celtic?
No. She's English.
Don't trust the English when they talk about druids.
I'm saying that that's what she told me. But see, what I told her is that I have 3 basic powers, I suppose. We never really got into this, so this is going to be kind of a Teddy finds herself and Nani explains type of segment, I guess. But I told her that there are 3 powers. The sun, the moon, and the earth. Because for me, if one dies, we all die.
Oh, no, that is kind of Jewish. Never mind, she knew what she was talking about.
Well, you didn't let me finish now, did you? But, see, I think there's something there. Because obviously something had to create us. In some form or another. I mean, yeah, we all know about the Big Bang, but...
I don't know, man.
But...
The Big Bang seems kind of sketch to me.
I still think that... I guess I take more of an... Like... Let me explain it this way. I'm taking Native American Lit right now, and they've been talking about how everything they do is connected to nature. You know, they thank the earth for giving them things. You know, they thank the animals for giving them things. I'm personally more of an animal person than I am a person.
Animist, maybe.
Maybe. So, you know, I think that nature is, I guess, the higher power.
That's cool.
But I still think there's something running it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Nature. So, for me, I kind of explained. I am a pagan polytheist. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of deities, and, there are predominantly Hawaiian, because, like I said, I'm more versed in that, although, I do worship some personal African deities that I don't talk about as much because, again, they're personal, right?
You never told me about that.
They're personal. They're more personal than Mama.
Really?
Certain deities of mine are chill with me talking about them to everybody.
Oh, these ones I've told you not to talk. Okay.
Yeah. Certain ones are just like, mention us theoretically, but don't go, like, flinging our names around the ether. And I'm like, okay, whatevs. Right?
So are you allowed to tell me, like, how you worship them without actually telling me who they are? Or is that still crossing the line?
I mean, I worship all my gods about in the same context, vaguely, so...
See, I know about Mama.
Yeah.
And personally, I actually like her. I kind of wish she was my goddess, because she's awesome. You know.
Mama's a boss.
But she hasn't chosen me, but I'm still glad that she allows you to talk about her.
Not every god necessarily rolls up and goes, "You my baby.
I know.
Come into the fold." Sometimes you make first contact, sometimes they do. I don't know. Anyways, I have a lot of deities. Most of them are Hawaiian. I do venerate the Hawaiian pantheon. I feel like I'm closer to certain ones than others, but that's like a relationship thing. I also do honor the Greek pantheon because I am partially Greek.
Do you honor all of them or just a couple of them?
I have a great respect for the entire pantheon, but
certain
as far as
more.
in my daily practice, there's certain ones that have more bearing on my daily life than others.
Same with the Hawaiian?
No.
No?
The Hawaiian deities, because like I said, I'm closer to that side than I am the other side, right?
So then you worship more of them than you do with the Greeks. Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the Greek side, it's more like certain ones of them, they just play a bigger role, where I do generally respect all of them. And
so the ones that play the closer role are on your altar then?
Mostly, except Artemis. Goddess of archery and the hunt, does not have a permanent fixture on my altar, but she is the goddess of whom I pray to and dedicate all archery to every time I do archery.
We need to go do that.
We do. So there's that. And then there's Mama. She is a Celtic deity, and her name's not Mama. She has taken a motherly role in my life, so I call her Mama. But she's Celtic deity.
She's boss.
And she is boss. For those of you up and up in Celtic deities, I worship the Morrigan. And like I said, we have a tight relationship. She's taking on a motherly role between me and her. Not that she's necessarily a mother deity. She's actually the goddess of war. And, but more, she's the goddess of war and sovereignty. And, also had a lot of strong ties to, like, the land. Right? Mm-hmm. And, she's kind of boss. She's very, very defensive of her children. And, she's complex, I guess. But, she's the god that I talk to most, because she is the one that decided that she was going to take a very personal interest in my life. So, boom, there she is.
I haven't had that, I don't know what you want to call it.
Encounter, I guess?
Yeah. I haven't had that turning point in my religious studies, I guess. But then again, I've also been kind of lost in where I want to start. Because I did go to church when I was younger. It was the Blue Bus in Plattsmouth. Mm-hmm. They came and picked you up. They took you to Sunday school, and then they came and dropped you back off. So I'm not sure what it was. I think it was Christian or Catholic. I'm not sure which one.
Probably.
But Mom wants to go to an Episcopalian church.
Oh, that's fun.
I kind of want to go, but I kind of don't. It's one of those things where, like, the churches kind of irritate me. Yeah. Because they didn't really do well with me when I was little. Mm-hmm. So I kind of don't want to go back.
See, I grew up in Christian churches because my immediate family, they are diehard Christians. Most of my family is actually Catholic. My grandmother on the Hawaiian side, though, is a Catholic Hawaiian spiritualist. Meaning she,
Wow, that's a lot.
Well, she's Catholic, but she also adheres a lot to Hawaiian religion. And, pretty much, she interprets it as that the Hawaiian gods are the gods, but when we talk about ye Father God, Father of all things, including all the other gods, that is the Christian God. When he says, had no other gods before me, she interprets that to me as there is no other god more important than me or higher than me. So
all the other gods take over what little things he
allows them to.
Allows them to.
Pretty much. So he is the god.
He's like the CEO, and the rest of them are like board members.
Pretty much. Kind of. It's more like he's the boss and everybody else is an employee.
He's the owner.
Yeah, they're on payroll.
Okay.
Slightly above. Like, if you think of the angels as workers, right? Then, in her mind, the Pantheon is like the supervisual staff. They're upper management.
Okay, so you have the angels are the labor.
Yeah.
The gods, plural, are the managers / franchise owners, whereas...
Yeah. Franchise owners is a great way to put it.
Yeah. And then he is the one that owns everything.
Pretty much.
So he's Warren Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason I put it like that is because for me it's kind of hard to understand. Mm-hmm. So I will try to put it in the most basic terms possible so that my brain will understand.
Yep. So And that's how she is about it. I, on the other hand...
Mommy is very secure, which is kind of why I want her to teach me.
Yeah, to some extent.
Help me find myself, I suppose.
With me, I'm what you call a hard polytheist. Meaning, there's stock polytheism and hard polytheism. Stock polytheism is the viewpoint that the gods are either archetypes or that they are like different manifestations of the same deity that is just so beyond our comprehension that we can't necessarily comprehend it in its entirety, so it just manifests to us in different forms throughout history.
Yeah, I don't think that's
right.
True.
Some people... I have a cold. Sorry. Some people do. I can kind of see the validity in that in some instances, but looking at my deities and the way they've chosen to talk to me, I'm like, no, y'all are different people. So, I'm what we call a hard polytheist, meaning that I believe each deity is its own entity and is separate from the other ones.
Even if they rule the same...
Oh, yeah.
Like Morrigan and Ares.
Two different deities.
Is it just that they rule in different realms that they can have the same power? Or is the power just too much for one specific god to handle?
No, it's not that. Okay. One, I personally believe that all deities in all religions are valid, and that they are all up there doing something.
No, I believe that too, but I'm asking, like,
I'm
how
explaining
you
this
see
for
it.
that.
Yeah.
Right. But my general picture of the deities is that they all kind of hang out and occasionally fight over who gets to do what. Like, I'm pretty sure Ra and Helios are up there. Ra's the Egyptian god of the sun. I'm pretty sure that occasionally they go, Ra, you raised the sun yesterday. It's my turn. Shut up, Ra.
So you think that they take turns?
Yeah.
Or if one just doesn't want to deal with it, someone else has to take over.
Sometimes with natural things. But then I think some of it's kind of regional. Like
the Greek gods have Greece and the ones... So basically they're all out there, and whoever believes in whichever god is whoever takes over what they have.
Me and my friend, we actually sat down and talked about this one time, and we came up with our unified theory of deity jurisdiction, which is partially tied to landmass, but is also tied to the people. And it works by the same principle as who gets to discipline the naughty-ass child, right?
So it's like good cop, bad cop type thing.
No.
Let
me explain this, and then.
Sorry.
Right. But pretty much, like, if I am at school and I get in trouble, the school is going to call my parents. They're not going to call my neighbor. Yeah, because my parents have disciplinary jurisdiction. So the idea is that
school or parents get to do it.
Each one of us, right, are under the jurisdiction of some guiding force in our lives, right? Or some of you, maybe you aren't. I like to think that atheists are like that orphan kid that has nobody.
Aww.
Well, no, not like in a bad way, but that if you don't have a solid connection to a deity, I don't think they necessarily fuck with your life. Because deity jurisdiction, the reason why we came up with this was, how does the afterlife work? Like, can the Christian God send you to hell if you're not Christian? My answer is no. That
he doesn't have the
jurisdiction.
The jurisdiction, yeah.
It's kind of like the
police force.
Yeah, the cops in Italy are not going to arrest you for some shit you did in America unless you're an Italian and you have been expedited back to Italy to be punished. Right?
Okay, I get it.
And that's pretty much deity jurisdiction. Similarly, so pretty much the gods of which you are under their jurisdiction, they are the ones that decide your fate. Which gets interesting with the Christian God because if you don't have a religion, but you're one of those little fuckers, like my uncle, right? He thinks the Christian God is God. He's just pissed at him and refuses to acknowledge him. His mother died of cancer.
Right. He blames God for it.
He blames God, and so he is devoutly not Christian, but he does, on some level in the core of his being, believe that that is God.
Yeah.
Right? I think people like that are under that deity's jurisdiction. Because some part of them...
It's just like that child that wants to ignore you because they just don't want to talk to you about certain things.
So I think part of it comes from personal belief. Like, if you firmly in the core of your being do not believe in a spiritual entity, right, then I don't think you're under anybody's jurisdiction, right? But
what about for those of us like me? I believe there's something out there, but I don't know who or what I identify with most.
I still think that goes on the non-jurisdiction, right?
Okay.
Like... Because you're not necessarily because in a lot of religions when you're like, this is my God, a lot of people say that like I am the child of this God, right?
So I'm a foster kid.